Finally, God is revealing the truth about your daughter. Watch fast. Don't scroll, listen to this, because if these words are in front of you right now, it is not by chance, not by accident, not by coincidence. This message is for you, and your heart needs this right now in a way even you may not fully understand. Something in your spirit has been restless, alert, wide awake in the last few days, almost like you've been sensing something shifting around you, something fluttering in your chest, something whispering in the background of your thoughts, and that is because God has been preparing to show you something about your daughter, not something fearful, not something dark, but something revealing, healing, something that brings clarity to the weight you've been quietly carrying. Don't scroll, stay here with me, because your spirit pulled this message into your path at the exact moment you were ready to receive it, and even if you don't feel ready, your soul is. You've been wondering, worrying, questioning, praying, sometimes out loud, sometimes in silence, sometimes through tears you wiped before anyone noticed, and the universe has heard you every single time. Your daughter, no matter her age, her journey, her distance, her choices, or the storms she has walked through, is surrounded by a spiritual shift that is becoming too strong, too loud, too undeniable for you not to feel it. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now. Your daughter has been carrying emotions she hasn't had the words for, thoughts she didn't know how to express, confusion she tried to handle on her own because she didn't want to burden you, disappointment she hid behind a brave face, and strength she had to dig for when she felt empty, and though she didn't say it, though she didn't show it, though she didn't voice it, those moments have been shaping her in a way that God is now beginning to reveal. Don't scroll, stay with me. Because something powerful is happening beneath the surface, something sacred, something guided, something that has been divinely orchestrated in ways you haven't been able to see. Lately you may have felt a sudden urge to pray for her, or you may have found yourself thinking about her out of nowhere, or maybe you noticed angel numbers like 111, 222, 444 showing up around you, and each time your chest felt a little heavier, a little tighter, a little more aware. That wasn't random. Those were spiritual nudges, subtle signals, whispers from heaven trying to tell you that your daughter is not alone, that her story is not lost, that her path is being divinely rearranged even as you read this. Listen, don't scroll, your heart needs this reassurance. There is something she hasn't told you yet, something she's been processing in silence, but it isn't something meant to break you. It's something meant to open your eyes to the strength she's developing, the healing she's entering, and the clarity she's beginning to find. She has been walking through a season of deep emotional awakening, even if she doesn't call it that, even if she doesn't understand it yet. Something in her spirit has been pulling her to reflect, to question, to rethink decisions, relationships, directions, and identity. She has been learning through experience, through trial, through quiet tears, through quiet victories, through moments that didn't make sense, but every one of those moments has been part of a spiritual blueprint shaping her next chapter. Don't scroll, this next part is important. God is revealing the truth that your daughter is stepping into a season where she will begin to understand herself more clearly, speak her truth more boldly, and reconnect with parts of herself she thought she lost or hid away. She is being pulled toward growth. She is being pulled toward honesty. She is being pulled toward purpose. And even if she seems distant at times, even if she has seemed closed off or overwhelmed, she feels your love in ways she doesn't always express. The late-night prayers, the worry behind your voice, the patience you've shown, the forgiveness you've given, the guidance you offered even when she didn't seem receptive. Listen to this, your spirit needs it, she carries you in her heart more than she admits. Your love has been her anchor, even when she drifted. Your strength has been her silent example. Your presence has been her safe space, even in the moments she didn't know how to return to it. And now something is shifting. A conversation is being prepared, a truth is rising in her heart, something she has wanted to share but didn't know how to begin. God is revealing that clarity is coming, not through conflict, not through fear, but through an emotional opening neither of you expected. Don't scroll, because here comes the part that may bring tears. She is healing. Slowly. Quietly. Deeply. And this healing is creating space for her to reconnect with you in a more honest, vulnerable, open way. She is stepping out of confusion. She is stepping out of emotional fog. She is stepping into awareness. And with that awareness comes truth, truth about her feelings, her struggles, her dreams, her identity, her pain, her growth. God is revealing that she is stronger than you think, wiser than she allows herself to believe, and more spiritually protected than you've realized. Don't scroll, your heart needs this final reassurance. The truth coming your way is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to confirm what your intuition already knew, that God has been guiding her, guarding her, shaping her, and preparing her for the next season of her life. You are not losing her. You are not being pushed out. You are being invited into a deeper understanding of who she is becoming. Stay open. Stay gentle. Stay grounded. The reveal is unfolding, and your spirit already feels it. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what is unfolding right now is meant to reach you in this exact moment, and if your chest feels tight or your eyes begin to water, it's because your spirit recognizes the truth rising in these words before your mind does, and your heart needs this right now more than anything. The energy around your daughter is shifting in ways you may have sensed but couldn't explain, and the universe is pulling back the curtain a little more, showing you pieces of what God has been doing behind the scenes, gently, quietly, deliberately, even when everything looked stagnant or confusing. You've been feeling something, an intuition, a heaviness, a soft pull toward reflection, a sudden memory of her childhood, or a moment where you wondered, is she okay? What is she not saying? And every one of those moments was a spiritual nudge telling you that her story is moving into a new chapter. Don't scroll, stay with me, because you deserve this clarity, and she deserves your understanding. Your daughter has been carrying truth in her heart that she hasn't had the courage or the language to share yet. She has been wrestling with emotions that didn't come with instructions, questioning choices she made when she didn't know any better, trying to figure out who she is when the world around her keeps demanding she be someone else. She has been torn between the person she wants to become and the person she thinks she has to be. And through all of this, through her silence, her distance, her confusion, God has been guiding her through an inner awakening, one she didn't ask for but desperately needed. And you may not realize it, but she thinks about you often. She repeats your advice in her head. She remembers your voice when she's unsure. She feels your love even when she seems disconnected. Don't scroll, because this is where the truth begins to reveal itself. There is a reason she hasn't opened up yet. It's not because she doesn't trust you. It's not because she doesn't care. It's not because she wants to push you away. It's because she's still trying to understand her own emotions before speaking them out loud. She is still piecing herself together. She is still learning how to name her wounds without feeling ashamed of them. She is terrified of disappointing you, of burdening you, of worrying you, and so she keeps her feelings tucked inside her chest, pretending she's fine even when she isn't. But God is softening her heart. God is helping her release fear. God is preparing a moment where her silence will break, not with conflict, but with honesty. Don't scroll, listen to this, because it will answer questions you've been quietly holding. Your daughter is not lost. She is not drifting into darkness. She is not falling apart. She is transitioning. She is evolving. She is shedding old identities, letting go of emotional baggage, and stepping into a version of herself she didn't believe she could become. And yes, it's messy. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's confusing for both of you. But it is also sacred. It is necessary. It is the exact transformation she needs to enter her next season with strength and clarity. And though she doesn't say it, she needs you now more than ever, not to fix her, not to direct her, not to pressure her, but to be her grounding force, her safe space, her reminder that she doesn't have to have everything figured out to still be worthy of love and understanding. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this reassurance. She is not turning away from you. She is learning how to return to herself. She is beginning to feel emotions she suppressed for years. She is beginning to confront truths she avoided. She is beginning to find her voice again. And in this process, she will eventually turn toward you, not away. She will come forward with honesty, vulnerability, and gratitude. She will tell you things she never said. She will open doors she once kept locked. She will reveal parts of her heart she didn't know how to share before. And when that moment comes, it will be healing, not just for her, but for you. Don't scroll, stay with me, because this is the divine part. God has been positioning her steps, protecting her from decisions that could have shattered her spirit, guiding her away from people who did not deserve access to her heart, strengthening her intuition so she can finally hear her own inner truth. She may have walked through heartbreak, confusion, anxiety, loneliness, or internal battles you never saw, but none of it was wasted. Every tear watered her strength. Every setback built her wisdom. Every mistake taught her self-awareness. Every silent night taught her to reach upward instead of outward. And now, the universe is aligning circumstances that will allow her to rise, not in chaos, but in clarity. Listen to this, your spirit already knows it's true, peace is coming for her. Stability is forming around her. Opportunities are approaching. Emotional maturity is unfolding. And a new level of connection between you and her is preparing to bloom. God is revealing the truth not so you fear, but so you recognize that what felt like distance was actually development, what felt like silence was actually growth, and what felt like disconnection was actually transformation. Don't scroll, breathe this in, she is going to be okay. More than okay. She is stepping into strength. She is stepping into purpose. She is stepping into herself. And soon, very soon, she will share the truth she has been holding. She will open her heart. She will let you in. And you will understand everything that confused you before. Hold on. Stay grounded. Stay patient. Her breakthrough is coming, and your bond will grow stronger because of it. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what you're about to hear will settle into the part of your heart that has been carrying quiet concern, unspoken questions, and a kind of intuitive ache that you haven't been able to put into words, and if you feel a tug in your chest right now, it's because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. The spiritual shift around your daughter is intensifying, not in a way that brings fear, but in a way that brings truth to the surface, and you've been feeling the beginning of this shift in subtle ways, a sudden emotional wave, a memory of her childhood popping up without warning, a strange moment where you felt like she needed you even though she didn't say anything, or a moment when you caught yourself praying for her without knowing why. These aren't coincidences. These are divine signals. Stay with me, don't scroll, because this next part reveals what your spirit has already sensed. Your daughter has been navigating an inner battle between who she used to be and who she is becoming, and that battle has left her feeling vulnerable, guarded, sensitive, and unsure of how to express what's happening inside her. She wants to be strong for you. She wants to be seen as capable. She wants to handle things on her own. But deep down, she's been longing for reassurance, longing for understanding, longing for a safe place to let her guard down, and that safe place has always been you. Listen closely, don't scroll, because she has been carrying emotions that feel bigger than her, expectations that weigh heavy, fear she hasn't named out loud, and truths she has tucked away because she doesn't want to disappoint anyone, especially you. She is learning things about herself. About her heart, her purpose, her weaknesses, her dreams, and that learning process is stretching her in ways she never expected. Sometimes she feels lost. Sometimes she feels overwhelmed. Sometimes she feels like she's pretending to be okay when she's really not. But God is guiding her through this emotional maze with intention, not punishment. This isn't a downfall. This is a transformation. Don't scroll, your soul needs this next part. She has been questioning her place in the world, her direction, her relationships, her identity, and even her worth at times. She is standing in the middle of a spiritual crossroads, trying to understand which path is hers and which path she only followed because she thought she had to. And though she may look quiet, withdrawn, or distracted, she is actually undergoing a deep internal reorganization, the kind that happens right before a breakthrough. God is revealing that she is not breaking down, she is breaking open. She is not falling apart, she is shedding what no longer fits her spirit. She is not lost, she is being redirected. And this redirection is part of a divine blueprint designed to pull her into the strongest version of herself. Don't scroll, this next truth will ease a tension you've been carrying. She loves you. Even when she's short with you. Even when she withdraws. Even when she keeps things from you because she doesn't want to worry you. Even when she acts like she doesn't need help. She loves you in ways she doesn't always show, and in ways she doesn't always know how to communicate. She remembers every sacrifice, every moment you showed up for her, every time you protected her, every time you forgave her, every time you believed in her even when she didn't believe in herself. And she carries that love inside her like a compass, even when she feels lost. Listen to this, don't scroll, because something is coming, a moment of honesty, a moment of vulnerability, a moment where she finally opens up about what she has been holding inside. It may come as a late-night conversation, a sudden message, an emotional moment, or a quiet expression that catches you off guard. She is preparing to reveal something to you, not because she wants sympathy, but because she is tired of carrying so much alone. This truth is not meant to scare you. It is meant to connect you in a deeper, more genuine, more spiritual way than before. Your daughter is stepping into a chapter where she will need your presence, your calm, your understanding, your reassurance, not your fear, not your panic, not your judgment. And the universe is preparing you for that moment right now. Don't scroll, breathe with this next part. She is healing. It may not look like it. It may not be linear. It may come with setbacks or moments where she seems distant again. But healing isn't the absence of struggle, it's the presence of progress. She is slowly peeling back layers of emotional armor she's worn for years. She is beginning to trust her intuition more. She is beginning to recognize her worth. She is beginning to see the mistakes she made not as failures, but as lessons. And though she may not say it, she is becoming more grateful for you as she grows older and more aware of the world. She is beginning to understand the depth of your love, the magnitude of your sacrifices, and the quiet strength you've always carried for her. And soon, don't scroll, soon she will speak from a place of honesty you've been praying for. She will acknowledge things she once avoided. She will express gratitude she once kept hidden. She will share fears she once battled alone. She will reveal dreams she once doubted. And through this, your bond will deepen in ways you didn't expect. God is revealing that the truth coming your way is wrapped in healing, wrapped in understanding, wrapped in spiritual timing. Nothing is falling apart. It is all falling into place, piece by piece, moment by moment, heart to heart. And your daughter, the one you raised, loved, protected, worried for, is stepping into a season where she will rise stronger, speak clearer, and love deeper. Stay close. Stay patient. Stay open. The reveal is coming sooner than you think. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's unfolding right now in the atmosphere around your daughter is something your heart has been sensing long before your mind could put it into words, and if you feel a warmth in your chest, a sudden pull in your spirit, or a strange emotional stirring right now, it's because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. You've been carrying a weight, an unspoken concern, a quiet intuition that something important has been shifting in her life, and that intuition hasn't been wrong, it's been guiding you toward this moment, the moment where clarity begins to rise from the fog, where understanding begins to soften your fears, where revelation begins to replace worry. Your daughter has been on a journey you couldn't quite see fully, a journey that has stretched her, shaped her, humbled her, awakened parts of her spirit she didn't know were sleeping, and though it hasn't been easy for her, it has been necessary. Don't scroll, stay with me, because this next part will help explain why you've been feeling a mix of heaviness and hope whenever you think of her. She has been learning lessons that life doesn't always teach gently. Lessons about people. Lessons about trust. Lessons about her worth. Lessons about what she deserves and what she no longer has to accept. She has been growing through moments where she felt misunderstood, moments where she felt alone even when surrounded by others, moments where she didn't want to burden you with her truth, moments where she questioned her value more than she should have. And though she didn't say it, though she didn't show it, these moments have been quietly shaping her into someone stronger, wiser, and more spiritually grounded than she realizes. Listen to this, your heart needs it right now. She has been releasing old versions of herself, shedding past expectations, and letting go of emotional patterns that once held her back. She has been learning how to stand on her own feet without abandoning who she truly is. She has been learning how to trust her intuition instead of drowning in doubt. And even when she looked distant, disconnected, or distracted, the truth is she was doing the inner work that few people ever see. Don't scroll, because this next part explains the timing. She is entering a season where the truths she's been holding inside are becoming too heavy to carry alone, too big to hide, too real to ignore. She is being pulled toward emotional honesty, not through pressure, but through growth. She is beginning to recognize that silence isn't strength, that vulnerability isn't weakness, that opening up doesn't mean she's failing, it means she's evolving. And soon, very soon, she will come to you with something she hasn't said before, something she's been processing in the quiet corners of her heart, something that has been waiting for the right moment to be expressed. Don't scroll, feel this in your spirit. She is preparing to step into alignment, into identity, into truth. She is beginning to understand her purpose more clearly. She is seeing her mistakes not as shameful marks, but as stepping stones. She is starting to forgive herself for the things she didn't know, the things she couldn't change, the things she tried to handle alone. And the universe is surrounding her with signs, moments of clarity, emotional waves, sudden realizations, angel number timing that nudges her toward awakening. She is not lost. She is emerging. She is not broken. She is rebuilding. She is not confused. She is transitioning. And this transition is making her more aware of who she wants to be and what she wants her life to look like. Don't scroll, because this next part is the emotional undercurrent you've been feeling. She misses you more than she says. She needs you more than she shows. She carries your voice inside her decisions, your love inside her resilience, your guidance inside her quiet moments. Even when she's independent, even when she's stubborn, even when she's distant, she is tethered to the love you've poured into her throughout her entire life. And as she grows emotionally, that tether is becoming stronger, not weaker. She is beginning to see the depth of your sacrifices, the strength of your patience, the weight of your prayers, the softness of your unconditional love. She is beginning to understand things she couldn't understand before because she hadn't lived enough life to understand them. And now, as she steps into this new level of awareness, she is seeing you with new eyes, eyes filled with appreciation, gratitude, and maturity. Don't scroll, let this settle into you. She is moving toward healing, toward truth, toward honesty, toward reconnection. And the truth she will bring to you is not one of fear, but one of clarity. She will share what she has been navigating. She will express emotions she once hid. She will let you into the parts of her journey she once kept locked away. She will acknowledge things she avoided. She will open up in ways that strengthen the bond between you. And when that moment comes, it will not be chaos, it will be relief. It will be closeness. It will be understanding. It will be the beginning of a new phase in your relationship, one marked by deeper connection, deeper trust, and deeper love. Don't scroll, breathe with this truth. You have not failed her. You have not lost her. You have not been forgotten. You have been preparing, supporting, loving, and standing in the gap for her in ways that heaven has seen even when she didn't. Your role in her story is not ending, it is evolving. And she is evolving with it. Something beautiful is forming, something honest is approaching, and your heart will understand at the moment it arrives. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what's coming through right now is touching a part of your spirit that has been waiting, watching, hoping, aching, and praying in silence, and if your breath feels heavier or your chest softens as you read this, it's because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now more than ever. Your daughter is stepping into a powerful turning point, one that you may have sensed but couldn't quite define, a shift you've been feeling in your dreams, in the quiet moments, in the random thoughts that hit you out of nowhere. You've noticed subtle changes, a softness in her tone, or maybe a heaviness, a distance, or maybe a closeness that feels brand new. Moments where she seems lost in thought, moments where she seems more emotional than usual, moments where she looks like she's carrying something but doesn't know how to speak it. Don't scroll, stay here with me, because this is where God begins to reveal the deeper unfolding. Your daughter has been walking through a spiritual reshaping, an emotional rebalancing, a season of internal confronting that has been both painful and transformative. She has questioned herself, doubted herself, tried to make sense of her past choices, tried to heal from things she thought she could ignore, and tried to stand strong in moments where she felt weak. And through all of this, she didn't want to worry you. She didn't want to feel like a burden. She didn't want you to see her struggle. So she has been holding tightly to emotions that were never meant to be carried alone. Listen to this, don't scroll, because your heart needs this truth. She is realizing now that she cannot keep healing in silence forever. She is realizing that the strength she tried to show wasn't strength, it was survival. She is realizing that the fear she carried wasn't fear of the world, it was fear of disappointing the people she loves most. And something inside her is softening. Something inside her is opening. Something inside her is preparing her to speak the truth she has been hiding not from you, but from herself. The universe has been sending her signs, nudging her closer toward honesty, numbers repeating when she feels emotional, songs reminding her of memories she once pushed aside, dreams that feel like messages, sudden waves of intuition she doesn't know how to explain. These moments have been gently calling her toward a breakthrough. Don't scroll, this next part will settle deep into your soul. She is beginning to see her own worth in a way she never has before. She is beginning to understand that she has value outside of what she achieves, outside of what she provides, outside of how strong she pretends to be. She is realizing she doesn't have to be perfect to be loved, she doesn't have to hide to be accepted, she doesn't have to stay silent to keep the peace. And this realization is pushing her into a new version of herself, one more aligned with her true identity, one more honest, more grounded, more self-aware. And as she grows into this version of herself, she is being pulled closer to you, not out of dependency, but out of trust. She is beginning to reflect on the moments when you gave her unconditional love, even when she didn't fully understand it. She is remembering the safety she felt when she was younger, the way your presence made the world make sense, the way your voice could calm storms she didn't have the words to describe. She is realizing now that she needs that kind of connection again, not because she's weak, but because she's learning how to let people in. Don't scroll, your heart will feel this, she is preparing to reveal something to you. Something vulnerable. Something emotional. something she has been carrying for far too long. It might be a fear she never admitted, a mistake she regrets, a dream she wants to pursue, a truth she's been scared to speak, or simply the emotional weight of everything she's been navigating alone. She is coming to a point where hiding it is more painful than expressing it. And when she comes to you, whether with tears, quiet words, or a simple confession, she is not asking for judgment, she is asking for understanding. She is not seeking criticism, she is seeking comfort. She is not hoping for solutions, she is hoping for connection. And that connection, the one between you and her, is strengthening in ways you cannot see yet but will soon feel so clearly. Don't scroll, breathe this in, you have been a lighthouse for her spirit, even when she drifted away. You have been a safe place for her heart, even when she didn't know how to return. You have been a source of love she could rely on, even when she didn't say it. And now, God is aligning circumstances that will bring the two of you into deeper conversation, deeper emotional closeness, deeper spiritual understanding. She will open her heart, not because she is pressured, but because she is finally ready. She will speak her truth, not because she is weak, but because she is becoming strong. She will let you in, not because she needs fixing, but because she needs connection. The truth that is coming is not meant to break you, it is meant to bond you. Not meant to create fear, but to create clarity. Not meant to pull you apart, but to pull you closer than you've been in a very long time. Don't scroll. Stay open. Stay gentle. Stay steady. Something beautiful is approaching, and your daughter's heart is preparing for its reveal, step by step, moment by moment, guided by something greater than both of you, unfolding in divine timing you are finally ready to receive. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment your eyes landed on these words, something inside you shifted, a quiet knowing, a soft pull in your spirit, a whisper that says this is the message you were meant to receive right now, and your heart needs this more than you realize. There is movement happening around your daughter, not loud, not chaotic, but deep, subtle, and profoundly meaningful, and you've been feeling it rise like a slow tide. In the way she crosses your mind at random moments, in the way you suddenly feel emotional without knowing why, in the way your intuition has been trying to tell you that something bigger is unfolding beneath the surface. Stay with me, don't scroll, because this next part speaks directly to the ache you've been carrying quietly inside your chest. She has been going through an internal shift that she hasn't known how to explain, an emotional rebalancing that has left her feeling vulnerable, reflective, and more connected to her inner truth than ever before. This isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. She is awakening to parts of herself she hid away, to feelings she suppressed, to fears she kept buried, and though the process has been overwhelming, it has also been necessary. She has been peeling back layers of old pain, old patterns, old expectations, and while she may look distant or distracted at times, the truth is she is in a season of intense inner growth. Don't scroll, listen carefully, because she has been learning to confront truths she used to run from, truths about who she is, what she wants, what she fears, and how deeply she has been affected by life's pressures. She has tried to be strong for so long that she forgot what it felt like to be gentle with herself. She has pretended to be okay when she wasn't. She has pushed through days when her heart was heavy. She has smiled when she wanted to cry. She has carried guilt that didn't belong to her, expectations that weighed too much, an emotional wound she didn't know how to release. But now, something inside her is shifting. A softening, an awakening, a quiet surrender to the truth she has been avoiding. And God has been guiding her through every step of this transformation. Don't scroll, your soul needs this reassurance. She is beginning to understand herself in a deeper way. She is seeing where she held on to things that hurt her. She is realizing which relationships drained her spirit. She is learning the difference between people who loved her and people who needed her. She is noticing the habits she developed out of fear rather than authenticity. She is awakening to the realization that she deserves more peace, more stability, more love, more truth, more freedom. And even though she hasn't said it yet, this awakening has been emotional for her. It has made her question who she can trust. It has made her think about the people who have always been there for her. It has made her appreciate the love she once took for granted. It has made her reflect on everything you've poured into her life, the protection, the support, the patience, the sacrifices. Don't scroll, breathe into this part. Your daughter is starting to see you differently, not just as a parent, but as a person with your own battles, your own fears, your own sacrifices. She is recognizing the strength you carried when she didn't understand it. She is realizing the depth of your love as she begins to understand her own heart. She is seeing now that some of the things she once resisted were the very things that protected her. And this awareness is stirring something inside her: gratitude, clarity, softness, a desire to reconnect with you in a way that is honest, vulnerable, and new. She is beginning to understand how much she needs the grounding energy you bring into her life. Don't scroll, because this next part reveals the shift that is approaching. She is preparing to open up in a way she hasn't before. Not out of obligation, not out of pressure, but out of an inner readiness that has been forming quietly over time. She is gathering the courage to speak truths she has avoided. She is preparing to share feelings she hid out of fear of judgment. She is ready to release emotions she has been carrying alone. She is ready to let you see the parts of her she has been protecting. She is ready to step into a conversation that could change everything, for her, for you, and for the bond you share. This moment is coming, and your heart will feel it before it happens. You may feel a sudden heaviness one day. You may feel an unexpected peace. You may dream of her. You may sense her energy reaching out to you. These will be signs that the emotional door is opening. Don't scroll, stay with me, because here is the truth rising with divine timing. She is not just healing, she is evolving. She is not just reflecting, she is aligning. She is not just thinking, she is awakening. She is becoming someone who no longer avoids her emotions, someone who no longer hides her truth, someone who no longer punishes herself for being human, someone who no longer carries the weight of the world alone. And this evolution is leading her back to you, not because she is weak, but because she is strong enough now to seek connection instead of isolation. She is ready to rebuild bridges she once let crumble. She is ready to ask for the support she once pushed away. She is ready to be seen fully, not just the polished parts, but the real parts, the tender parts, the parts she once believed were too much. Don't scroll, let this settle into your spirit. The truth she brings to you will not break your heart, it will open it. It will explain the silence. It will fill the gaps. It will soften the misunderstandings. It will reconnect what felt distant. It will bring healing to places that have long needed it. You are not losing her. You are entering a deeper season with her. A season where she trusts you with her truth. A season where she values your guidance. A season where she finally understands how much your love has shaped her. And this moment, this reveal, this conversation, this emotional breakthrough, is closer than you think. Stay open. Stay calm. Stay loving. The transformation is already happening, and the truth is making its way to you, step by step, guided by divine timing. You are finally ready to receive. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what you are about to read is the final emotional wave your soul has been preparing for, the message that lands exactly where your concerns, your intuition, your quiet hopes, and your unspoken fears have been living. And if your eyes feel heavier or your heart suddenly feels warm, it's because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now more than anything. You've been sensing something building around your daughter, something you couldn't explain but could feel, like a subtle pressure in the atmosphere, a spiritual hum that followed you into your thoughts, your prayers, your sleepless moments, your silent car rides, your early morning reflections. And you were right, something has been unfolding, something deep, something emotional, something transformative. She is nearing a breakthrough, a release, a moment of truth she has been circling for far too long, and the universe is preparing both of you for the softness, the honesty, and the healing that is about to spill forward. Stay here, don't scroll, because this next part speaks to the ache you've kept tucked behind strength. Your daughter is tired. Not the kind of tired that a nap can fix, but the tired that comes from carrying emotions alone for too long, from pretending she's fine when she's been unraveling inside, from trying to stay strong when her heart has been begging her to rest. She has been navigating storms in her mind that she didn't want you to see, because she didn't want you to feel responsible for her wounds or disappointed in her struggles. She has been trying to protect you by keeping her pain hidden. But now, listen closely, her spirit is shifting. Her walls are thinning. Her heart is softening. She is realizing she cannot heal while hiding. She is realizing she cannot grow while pretending. She is realizing she cannot carry everything alone while love is standing right beside her, waiting with open hands. Don't scroll, your heart needs this next part. She has been replaying memories of your kindness, your patience, your guidance, and your sacrifices. She's been remembering moments when she was younger, the safety of your voice, the comfort of your presence, the way you always seemed to know how to hold her together when she felt like she was falling apart. These memories have been resurfacing not accidentally, but purposefully, as part of her awakening. She is beginning to see your strength through grown-up eyes. She is beginning to understand your choices, your warnings, your fears, your love, your tenderness in a way she couldn't before. She is beginning to feel gratitude in places where confusion used to live. And this gratitude is pulling her closer to you, inch by emotional inch. Don't scroll, because here comes the truth you've been sensing. She wants to talk to you. She wants to open up. She wants to say the words she's held back for months, maybe years. She wants to tell you what's been weighing on her heart. She wants to admit the mistakes, the fears, the dreams, the doubts she's been too scared to voice. She wants to release what's been suffocating her. She wants to feel safe in your presence again, the way she once did without thinking twice. But she has been waiting for the right moment, a moment when she feels brave enough to speak and when she believes you will receive her without disappointment or frustration. And that moment is approaching. Don't scroll, breathe with this, because it will soften something inside you. She is not pulling away from you, she is preparing to come back. She is not avoiding you, she is gathering courage. She is not shutting you out, she is healing enough to let you in. She is not lost, she is transforming. And transformation always looks messy in the middle. She has cried when no one noticed. She has questioned herself in ways she never admitted. She has felt overwhelmed by expectations she didn't know how to navigate. She has felt guilty for things that were never her fault. She has carried the weight of trying to become who she thought she needed to be while forgetting she was allowed to simply be human. But now, she is awakening. She is beginning to outgrow the heaviness. She is beginning to see her own strength. She is beginning to believe in her own voice. And this inner awakening is leading her straight toward truth, her truth, your truth, the truth between you that has been waiting for the right moment to surface. Don't scroll. Feel this next part settle into you like a warm, steadying breath. She loves you deeply, fiercely, even when she struggles to show it. She admires you more than she ever said out loud. She carries your lessons like anchors that keep her grounded when the world feels overwhelming. She is proud of you, grateful for you, shaped by you. And soon, you will hear words that reflect that love, not perfectly, not neatly, but truthfully. She is going to open her heart in a way that surprises even her. She may cry. She may tremble. She may speak slowly, unsure if her voice will hold. But she will speak. And when she does, everything that felt heavy between you will begin to dissolve. Misunderstandings will soften. Distance will shrink. Walls will crumble. Connection will rebuild. A new chapter will begin. A chapter where she lets you in more than she has in a long time. A chapter where you understand her more clearly. A chapter where she trusts you more deeply. A chapter where she sees you not as someone she must hide from, but as someone she can return to. Don't scroll, this is the final truth your spirit has been waiting to hear. You have not failed her. You have not lost her. You have not been forgotten. You have been chosen to walk this journey with her, even when the path felt unclear. And now, both of you are stepping into a moment divinely aligned for healing, reconnection, and emotional truth. Stay open. Stay gentle. Stay steady. The reveal is coming, and when it arrives, your heart will recognize it as exactly what you've been waiting for.